Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wahab Rakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of your elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Goodall from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And this quick lesson, we're going to get into knowing how to be a base and as well as abound, aka the ups and downs in this truth, man. Right? Because as you grow along in this truth, enduring whatever trials and tribulations that you're facing, you begin to realize that being in the truth is pretty much like a roller coaster. You got your ups and you got your downs. And them ups, they don't last too long, man. if you want to be honest, they don't really last that long. And them downs, they can last for a very long time. Sometimes years. Sometimes. But you got your ups and downs in the truth, man. Right? And you're going to have more downs than ups. And it makes sense because, we're on punishment. We're lucky to get any kind of ups and not just going straight down. Right? I'm going to get this. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, I know both how to be abased and I know how to be abound. Everywhere and in all things. I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Exactly. And this is Apostle Paul speaking, man. He knows how to be abased as well abound. In other words, he knows how to operate when he ain't got nothing. Hell, even when he's low. As well as he knows how to operate when he got, I don't want to say everything, but a lot more, or when he's higher in the spirit. And that's exactly how it is within this truth, man. Right? You got to know how to operate when you're low in the spirit, as well as when you're high in the spirit, man. Right? Because, excuse me, it's definitely, it's definitely, not an easy thing. Let me put it like that. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to, operate when you're low in the spirit. Right? That's not an easy thing to do. It's doable though, don't get me wrong, but it's not an easy thing to do. Right? But it is easy for you to operate when you're high in the spirit. It's not easy to, be in a good mood when, when your pockets are empty, man. That's not an easy thing to do. Well, you're not going to be in a good mood if your pockets are empty, but you can operate, right? You might have to stick to eating rice and beans for a little bit, and it sucks, but we have to, these are the things that we have to be able to do. It's required ultimately for this truth, man. You got to know how to operate when you're low in the spirit, as well as when you're high in the spirit. It's easy as hell to do it when you're high in the spirit, man. You're in the spirit, man, you feeling happy as shit. You on point. You're on point than what you usually, more than you usually be. Your pockets are looking pretty cool or nice. Everything just seemed to be going right, if not most of it. But what about when it's flipped? When you low in the spirit, fighting tooth and nail just to drag your ass to work, right? What else, man? Your mind just not all the way there. You barely can think straight, even if you have been getting sleep, you still barely can think straight. Getting irritated by damn near everything. Can you operate like that though? That's the real thing right there. Can you operate like that, man? Right? This just like scripture says, man. Prosperity. Matter of fact, let me get it because I don't want to butcher it. Because it slipped me as I'm thinking about it. I know it's in Apocrypha. Yep, Sirach 12 and 8. It says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Right? So it's that adversity that really shows ultimately who you truly are. Right? And for everybody that took tail and just ran back into the world, when adversity comes, hey man, fuck you. Alright? Excuse my French. But fuck you, man. Alright? you're an enemy of Yahweh Bashem Shah. If you can't handle when you're abased, you don't even deserve to handle when you are abound. You don't even deserve to be abound. Let me put it like that. Right? As it says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity, man. Like I said, it's easy to serve the Lord, especially now. It's easy to serve the Lord when you could go to the store and get your food. You got a home to go to. You could cook a nice bed, warm bed waiting for you. It's easy. But what about when the Lord takes all that away from you? Because that time is coming. That time is coming where you're not going to know where you're going to lay your head at that night. You don't even know if you're going to be at that same spot that night. You don't know when your next meal is coming. And this is speaking to myself first and foremost, man, because, hey, I'm not exempt for this either. When we teaching, we teaching to ourselves as well. And these are things I got to think about. I'll have my low moments in the truth. I might not be where I want to be. Might not be, on the level I want to be as a servant of Yahweh Bashem Shah. Okay, cool. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. But, the real testing is coming is when the Lord strips you of everything for real. And you really low. You ain't got nothing in your bank account because you can't have nothing in bank account because of the new digital system. Right? You don't know when you're going to eat. You just out there. Hell, you don't know how you're going to change your clothes, where you're going to take a shit, how to wipe your ass. Now, because most people don't know how to do that. Now, I'm being honest with you. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to just take a dump in the wilderness and then, clean myself. I don't know how to do that. I'm like, man, where the tissue at, man? Just like majority of people. Majority of people don't know how to do that. Just being honest. But yeah, man. Just... we gotta be able to operate when we're abased, because that time is coming where we're gonna be immensely abased. Everybody's gonna be tested. Everybody's gonna be tried to see whether they are of Yahweh Bashem Shah or not. And that's what this whole grace period has been here for. It's been here for ultimately you to prepare to be get the ultimate abasement. Right? Being ultimately abased, the hour of temptation. Right? It's not going to feel good, and it's going to be hard as shit. It's going to be if you're one of the Lords, this is going to be to your max. Nothing more, nothing less. To your max. So whatever you can handle, the Lord's going to test you with that. He's not going to put you through something that he knows you're going to be destroyed off of this. That's for the 2/3. Right? He's going to do that to the 2/3. The elect, nah, he's not doing that. Right? But I'm going to get back at the Philippians 4:12. But I want to read it in NLT. It sounds better. Well, from what it looks like. It says, I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I have learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it be with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little. And that's exactly how we have to be here. Right? We got to be able to function on all levels. When you got a lot, because it's easy as hell to function when you got a lot, for the most part. But it's just when you ain't got nothing, that's the hard part. No money, little money, barely can afford food, barely making rent, stuff like that, man. That's when it's hard. Question is, are you going to be able to function? You still going to be able to be brotherly, show that agape love? Are you going to continue to serve the Lord? You going to continue to make your lessons? Or you going to, you're going to just dial back on it because, things ain't going your way? You got to think about it, man. Think about it. Right? Lord, take note of them things, man. It's like, of course, Lord paying attention to what you're doing when you do have a lot, but yeah, he really zoned in when he putting you through that adversity. You're like, okay, let me see what you made of for real. Because as Elder Yadakah from our camp, I know he liked to say, I know he said this to us before, to us younger brothers before. He always say, man, adversity builds character. So the hill that you go through, man, the Lord is ultimately cultivating you exactly how he wants you to be. If you're one of his, man, hey, you're going to be gold. You're going to be golden. But if you're not, bro, the adversity is just gonna ultimately find you out eventually, and you're gonna fall out. And you're gonna find out to be none of his to begin with. Well, anyways, Lord willing, y'all were edified. I want to end it off by saying Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.